Melbourne. Let's have a chat to Guy, who is here now on the Friday Wrap as well. Thanks, Guy.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Look, it's just a basic question. Look, I'm relatively naive on all this, but if Donald Trump goes all the way, it seems a joke. I mean, I don't quite understand it.
You mean all the way, if he becomes the President of the United States of America?
Absolutely.
Trump POTUS.
Yes. I'm just naive on this. And
Why do you think, if that is the will of the American people, what's the problem? That's how democracy works.
Well, he seems fraudulent. He seems, he seems easy to catch on to new ideas,
yeah,
and to support what I would call controversial.
Yeah.
I understand Americans.
If the majority of American people want Donald Trump to be the president, they'll get him.
The majority of voters.
Yeah.
But not people.
Well, that's how their system works. They've had Barack Obama. A lot of people weren't happy with that and said he was an illegitimate elected president.
Yeah, sure.
And there are a lot of people who said the same about Bill Clinton and George W. Bush, and on it goes.
Look,
yeah, well, it just seems madness to me.
I can't help but agree with you, Guy. And although our Australian politicians have been at pains to not comment on the state of affairs, you'd have to wonder how our alliance would line up if Donald Trump were to become the president of the United States. Look, I think that's still a very unlikely outcome. Perhaps I should get rid of the use of the word very. It's an unlikely outcome. Because I simply think if he were to obtain the Republican nomination, which now looks more likely, that he will have real trouble moving his positions sufficiently enough to the centre to attract the number of votes he'll need to from the population base he'll need to in the states. Having said that, it would be the Democrats' challenge to not become complacent about that. He'd be a very different sort of opponent.
Well, I don't think he's got. I don't think he's got what the world's most powerful man has got.
Well, we're going to have to see, Guy, because you got a war in the Middle East because of the election of George W. Bush instead of the alternative back then. Yeah. So, Tim?